let's talk the 5 languages of love. Now, if you haven't heard what a love language is, it's a way to talk to your partner in a way that they understand and almost need. Remember, in past videos, I've talked about need and wants. Everybody likes the wants, but when you don't get your needs for a long time, and maybe you don't even know that you're not getting your needs taken, resentment builds. Resentment is a huge relationship killer. Think about it. Would people cheat if they were happy? Why do people cheat? Think about it. Usually it's because they're not getting something they need. Okay, there's a whole bunch of reasons why they're not getting it. Maybe they're not telling the partner, maybe they don't know, maybe they're too embarrassed, right? But that's not the point of this. The love languages can save relationships, and I'm sure of it. 100%. Because countless amount of times I've heard from different couples, from boyfriends, girlfriends, all complaining to me, this one doesn't do this, he doesn't do this, how can he not like me, how does he get mad at me, I do all this stuff for him. Plain and simple, because they're not talking to each other in their love languages. So, the whole concept of the 5 languages of love is from a book from Gary Chapman called The 5 Languages of Love. Now, if you're not a huge reader, no problem. Search Google for 5 Languages of Love free test. Okay, if you are a reader, I highly suggest it. It really will help you understand the whole concept of the test, and how I'm going to explain it right now will also allow you to kind of at least get the basics of it, okay? So number 1, both parties in a relationship have to be on board. It's not work, it's just changing your perspective and maybe changing your delivery of what you think you're showing your love with, or how you're showing your love. So let's take this couple that I'm talking to right now, friends of mine. And one's a huge romantic, okay? So he does all these romantic things for his girlfriend. You know, he sets up these extravagant dates and these surprises, and, you know, he'll leave stuff in her car, etc. But she looks at me and she's like, I don't even like this. Like, what is he doing? It doesn't mean anything to her. You know, she understands that he's trying to be nice, okay? But she doesn't understand, why are you doing this for me? I don't like it. And that's sad, right? So to him, that's how he's trying to show his love to her, but it's not working, right? And then think about this. I hate getting gifts. Like, I hate getting Christmas gifts. I hate getting birthday gifts. I don't know why. I don't know that I don't feel like I deserve them, but I'd rather give, if that makes sense. So if someone were to get me a gift, it's not really that important to me. Okay, maybe if you put a lot of time into it or something I really wanted, sure. Okay, so think about that, right? So that couple, so one's giving the person gifts, the other one's doing romantic things. It doesn't work. What are the 5 languages of love? Words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, receiving gifts, and physical touch. Now, let's get into each one. So words of affirmation is as simple as telling someone they're pretty, okay? I'm being extreme. But someone saying, you know, you're good enough, or thank you for taking out the garbage. Like little words of thank you, I love you, thank you. Give a little, you know, just words to confirm that you love them. That's words of affirmation, the simplest way to explain it. Acts of service. Taking out the garbage before your wife asks. Putting down the toilet seat. Fixing something your wife asked you to fix, for example. That's all acts of service. Quality time. Some people just want to hang out with you. So if you just give them your time, you know, maybe off your phone, but you have to understand what they want exactly. Is it just to hang out with you? Maybe it is. Maybe you could play on your phone there. So quality time, pretty straightforward. Receiving gifts. Some people love receiving gifts, and that's some people's, you know, love language. Doesn't mean that it has to be expensive, and that's probably per person, but they like receiving gifts. Maybe if you can create crafts, I guess, you know, it's just some gift, maybe I love you, whatever it is. That's what some people need. Again, me, not a huge gift person. There are, you know, 140 plus items in here in Poor Decisions, and those are different to me. They're not gifts, those are like memorials, because every time I look at them, I remember someone's story, besides the point. But the last one, and that's what I am, is, you know, physical touch. Some people like to be touched. Okay, so it's like walking by, hitting her butt, or touching me, or give me a peck. I'm very, very, very into physical touch. Now you probably saw my face light up a little bit with physical touch, because that's how someone talks to me. So let's go now into practice. Again, you can go into the quiz, it's totally free. Just search Google, Language of Love quiz, free, and you'll find it. There's a link and you can take, and they ask you questions, I think it's 20 or 30 or so, and they, different ways, whatever. But very interesting, because it can save relationships. There's no guarantee that anything will save any relationship, okay? If you and your partner both commit to it, it would make wonders happen. Okay? Let's say that your wife needs physical touch, and you're not the biggest toucher. So that's where the work comes in. So if you're not a huge physical touch person, you're gonna have to work at that. Or, reconsider your relationship, and I don't wanna say that, but starting a new relationship, maybe it's something to look at. But if you love this person, work at it. So think about it. So you're gonna give her a little bit more physical touch, and she's gonna give you more quality time, for example. So she'll hang out with you more. Believe it or not, your subconscious, you'll just at your being, at your soul, start feeling better, because you're getting something you need. Now let's talk about something I think it really takes away: resentment. Again, no one would cheat if they're not happy. You're cheating because you're not getting something at home. So again, let's say me, I'm physical touch. So if I'm not getting touched, I'm gonna feel agitated, I'm gonna feel useless, worthless. It makes sense, because I need that. My body needs that confirmation. Remember, at the core, everybody is somewhat insecure, okay? I work every day to beat my insecurities. I don't want anyone controlling me, including my insecurities. So I just tell myself I am good enough, and what will be will be. It is what it is. Why worry about it? But if you guys can talk to each other in their love language, and it's not that hard. Figure out, do the quick test, have a glass of wine, a beer, whatever. Sit and do the test together, have a fun night. And then try to commit every day to do a little bit more. It will save your relationship if you want it to. Knowing your love language is no guarantee that anything's gonna work. But I guarantee you it's gonna help if you want to. Because you gotta bring it up and talk about it. Because if people just run away from their problems, don't communicate, let resentment build up, where do you get? Do you really think the grass is green on the other side? How do you go from being ultimately in love to someone to just totally giving up? But that's usually because of their own insecurity. So instead of falling to your insecurity, stand up to yourself. Go out, do the love language. Are you guys talking to each other like that? It's gonna be a hell of a lot better day every day for you. You'll feel way more loved. And remember, we all get old. We're all gonna get saggy. So, and no one's perfect. So love more. Work at it. Have some values. Try to make it work. If you love someone from the beginning, try again. And remember, people don't change unless they want to. And they should always want to be better for themselves, but a lot of people won't. So know your own worth. Do you. Make sure you're getting what you want. You have one life. And remember, if you like what we're saying here, follow, please. Subscribe, follow. We got so much more coming. And remember, watch people's actions. Words are cheap. And just know your worth. Don't let someone walk over you. But knowing your love language is going to make you so much happier, because you're going to be able to correct that in your relationship, or the next one you're going to look for it differently, in a sense. Trust me, from a man that's been married way too long.